Hello my students, how are you? Look, today we are going to learn something that is really useful when we are speaking or writing English, and this is relative clauses, okay? So let's see. What is a relative clause? Okay, this is the boring part. Relative clauses are dependent clauses which provide information about a noun or pronoun from the main clause. They allow to include additional information without having to start a new sentence. You're going to say, oh, teacher, this is boring. I don't understand. Okay, let's see. In English, okay? In other words, I have one sentence, okay? And I want to give details about the subject or the object in this sentence. So what do I have to do? I have to use relative pronouns and relative clauses to give essential or extra information. This is super important. You can give essential or extra information. So let's see one example of this. I have one sentence. Yes, and it is this one. My sentence is, I broke a computer. And I want to give a detail about it. So in this case, it is that it belonged to my father, the computer. Okay? So let's join these two sentences using a relative clause. I broke the computer that is the relative pronoun, and the complete relative clause is that belonged to my father. Okay? Better, yes? Okay, good. This way I know you understood. Now let's see, we have these words, who, that, which, whose, where. What are those? These are relative pronouns, okay? So we have these ones, who, which, whose, that, where, or when. And each one of these words is used to refer to something different, okay? Look, for example, who is used to refer to people, which refers to animals, objects, or ideas. Whose refers possession, okay? That something belongs to someone or something else. That refers to people, animal, or objects. Okay, as you can see, that and which refers to the same. Where refers to places, and when refers to time. Okay, so we can use them to join two sentences or to add information, okay, add details. Okay, now let's continue. So, when we are talking about relative clauses, we have two different kind of relative clauses. The defining and non-defining relative clauses. Okay, so with the defining relative clauses, I give relevant information. And with the non-defining, I give extra information, okay? So relevant or essential and extra. Defining, relevant, non-defining, extra. So look, to people I can use who or that, things which or that, places where, times when, and possession whose. And the same happens with the non-defining. I can use these ones but not that. Okay? So let's see. In the defining relative clauses, I give essential information. I don't use commas. I can use that. And I can omit the relative pronoun when it is not the subject. Okay? And in the non-defining, I give extra information. I use commas. I cannot use that. And I cannot omit the relative pronoun. So let's see. These are examples of defining relative clause. The woman who lives next door is a doctor. Okay, I can use that instead of who. The woman that lives next door is a doctor. It means the same. And look at this one. The woman who I wanted to see is away. Or I can say the woman that I wanted to see is away. Or I can omit it. So I can say the woman I wanted to see is away. And look these examples of non-defining relative clauses. Susan, comma, who works in that company, that is my extra information, comma, is such a well-qualified person. Another example, our college, comma, which gives education in English, comma, accepts students with scholarship. Okay? Now you are going to say, okay, I don't know, I'm not pretty sure about it. Okay, let's see. Brief review. Defining relative clauses, we don't use commas. We can use that, and the relative pronouns can be omitted. Okay? Super easy. And with the non-defining, I can use, and I need to use commas, okay? So my extra information is between commas. I cannot use that, and the relative pronouns can't be omitted, okay? Cannot. Now, let's practice a little bit. Look, we are going to check these sentences, okay? If there is a to be, am, is, are, etc., delete the to be and the relative pronoun who, which, or that. For example, the car which is parked there is the director's car. I can say the car parked there is the director's car. Okay? And if there is no to be, am, is, are, etc., delete the relative pronoun who, which, or that and change the verb to verb plus ing. So, the man who escaped from the prison was a bank robber. The man escaping from the prison was a bank robber. So let's see the exercises, okay? Look, I have here these sentences, and the idea is that you use them, okay, using relative pronouns, or if you can avoid the relative pronoun, okay, it is good. So look, the nurse who is looking after my mother is very kind to her. So, do you see something extra there? Maybe. Number 2, luggage that is left unattended will be taken away by police. Are we missing something in this one? Number 3, who's that good-looking man who is talking to Alice? Extra, we have something extra here, maybe. 4, all the rubbish that is thrown away in the sea is a real danger to health. Maybe we are missing something. And number 5, do you know the man who is standing near the door? Can we omit something? Remind the previous slide. Okay. Which is or who escaped. What do you say? Let's see. So look, in the first one, who is can be taken away. The nurse looking after my mother is very kind to her. Luggage left unattended will be taken away by police. Okay. Who's that good-looking man talking to Alice? Okay, who is was avoided. All the rubbish thrown away in the sea is a real danger to health. Do you know the man standing near the door? Okay, so we make it smaller. Now look, for you to practice, you are going to join these sentences on the left, these ones, with the ones in the right using who or which. Okay? So, this is for you to practice. You can make a screenshot of this or stop the video and link them. Okay? You're going to match each one of them. Okay? Of course, with the correct one. And you're going to use who or which. Okay? So this is the practice for today. And this is it. Thank you very much for paying attention. Have a nice day.